Double L for loser.
It's so frightening and scary, and he's dangerous. We got to get rid of him.
Do you ever?
And shame on those Republicans that don't have the nerve, the balls to go after him. What do they tell their kids? What do they tell their grandkids later when it's written in history books what their role is and what they did, and they allowed him to do this? He's an outright criminal.
Yes, for some time now, when I look at these people, especially this Robert De Niro, they will always say some kind of ridiculous thing to make themselves look better. Look at what he's saying here. Oh, we have to get rid of him. Oh, we have to do... He's talking about Trump. Crazy. But that is not even our main focus on this video. I want to talk about Megyn Kelly. Watching Don Lemon the other day, he actually said something because Megyn Kelly did a segment challenging the mainstream media how they are collapsing before our eyes.
There is no evidence that there was some top-down order of political retribution in either the Obama or the Biden administrations. I'll concede to you that Donald Trump...
That they made up, used information to go after Donald Trump to try to undermine his entire presidency, and they all signed their names to it.
Are you going to give me a second to talk or no?
No, but you can't say that didn't happen.
Listen.
It happened.
First of all, was Donald Trump prosecuted?
They did it to impeach
was he
him.
prosecuted?
He was impeached over it.
Okay, so he...
That's a big deal. It's called overthrowing the will of the people.
First of all, he was impeached over his handling of Ukraine. He was not impeached over the investigation.
Perfectly good phone call, which, by the way, became accurate on Hunter Biden.
The second thing is, let me just read to you a list of people that Donald Trump and his top cabinet secretaries have said are going to be the subject of investigations. The special counsel, Jack Smith.
According to Abby Phillip, there is no direct link, no evidence that these people targeted Trump. When I look at this lady and her ratings, it clearly just shows you why people would not really like to watch this show. Apart from Scott, that is making a lot of people to watch this show. If not of people like this, someone like me, I will not even dare. Megyn Kelly had this to say concerning these people.
Reported by Adweek. Now averaging between April and June, okay, so that's a quarter, 1 million in the prime time for its best shows. 1 million. All right. I mean, when I was at Fox, we were doing 3 million and change on the Kelly File. And then on the big news nights, you could add a couple of extra million to that. 1 million? That's what I used to get on America's Newsroom with Hemmer in 2007 at 9 a.m. But now they're getting 1 million in the prime time. Prime time. Any show on the Fox News prime time that would, even today, especially because now, it's inflated under Trump at Fox, that was getting 1 million in the prime time, you get fired. The anchor would get fired. Okay, and in the key demo of 25 to 54, MSNBC is averaging under 100,000. 91,000. That's what their prime time, the biggest ratings getters on the network, are averaging on MSNBC, a fall from year over year of 15% in the overall and 20% in the demo, which is kind of interesting. I would have thought it would have been a bigger fall given that this time last year was the lead up to the election. All right, I'm not done. Even worse is in the day on MSNBC. Total viewership plummeting 26%, an average during the day of 596,000, so under 600,000 viewers on your average MSNBC daily show, and 57,000 in the key demo. Under 50,000 is slashies. They don't even give you the number. You don't know what you got under 50,000. You just know you got slashies, which means you are a loser. That's really what that means. Double L for loser. So they're getting 600,000 in the daytime and 57,000 in the demo. That's a nightmare. Let me do CNN. They're in last place. They're lower than MSNBC. God, how can you go lower? So I'm ripping on MSNBC for having 1 million averaging in the prime time. Guess what CNN's average is in the prime time? 538,000 in the overall. In the total viewers, under 540,000 people. This is CNN. It's the face like of the airport TV. It's everybody knows CNN. No one wants to buy the product. In the demo, 105,000 in the prime time. They're average.
That is to tell you how the mainstream media is collapsing. Yeah. Before they used to have ratings when Trump is in office. Now things have changed. And this is the truth. Look at Abby Phillip, the video you saw at the beginning. What this lady is saying. Tell me if someone will be interested to actually watch this. Openly saying there is no direct evidence that these people targeted Trump with what we observe with our 2 eyes. It's insane. In another video, Don Lemon accusing Megyn Kelly of being this and this. I was shocked when I saw this video. Don Lemon for a very long time has been struggling to, drag Megyn Kelly, and she will even make us, she's not saying.
And so you find easy ways to pivot into the information that is more beneficial to the subscriber or the viewer or the streamer or whatever it is, rather than, doing something that's hyperbolic just to get attention. There are enough people in this streaming business who do that, but that's not something I want to do. I've said before, I don't want to be my Google searches to, when people look at it, to be Don Lemon calls out this person, Don Lemon calls out that person, Don Lemon calls out that person. And if you look at some of the people on the right, the conservatives who, have gained a foothold in this very early on in the streaming arena, that's what it is. Megyn Kelly has made a business out of being a troll and a racist. And good for her, but that's not something that I want to do.
Well, we're actually technically, I don't know. I mean, listeners of our show know that we are, I guess, technically still involved in a beef as well with Megyn. Well, you specifically are.
I mean, I've been trying to surrender unilaterally, but I'm not cut out for this stuff. But Don might be making it worse. But Don, will you
Can I just say this? I did not talk about. I just ignored her for the longest time because that's sort of what she wants or wanted. But then after a while, it sort of got to me, after the Joy Reid thing, and she was just so rude, and she would say things about me, and I just would not respond. People would send them to me, like, I'm not getting in the dirt with her. You lie down with dogs, you get fleas. So finally I had to call her out for, her misogyny, her racism, her trolling people, her internet. If you do a search on Megyn Kelly, it's always Megyn Kelly calls out this person. Megyn Kelly calls out that person. Now, she's doing it, but also there is a press, I'm sure she has a PR person behind her sending people notes saying, look, Megyn Kelly called out this person today. You want to write about it, at least in the beginning. I'm sure that's what happened. So, and that was it. And then now I'm done with it, unless she does something else that's egregious. But I think it was important to do that.
Look at who is struggling to be relevant again. Nobody listened to Don Lemon. So coming here to tell us how Megyn Kelly has been struggling to draw his attention is crazy. Megyn Kelly is not doing that. I saw what he did, with Joy Reid's situation, attacking Megyn Kelly here and there, and Megyn Kelly still did not reply. Don Lemon sitting here talking about Megyn Kelly, how he's always is insane. It's just to draw the attention because he knows that people will pick up videos like this and react to Megyn Kelly will reply, this is what he wants. And at the end of the day, Megyn Kelly did not even have time for this. It's insane, right? He tried with CNN. It didn't work out. Now this. Crazy. I want to appreciate people always supporting me, sharing out my videos. If you notice, views on this channel are down. But that is not a stopping factor. We will continue to always show you truth.
Abby Phillip, I think it's honestly fair to say that your days are numbered. Yeah, your show is seriously tanking.
I asked my fellow Angelinos.
There's a new game being played.
What are you doing? Oh, my goodness gracious. What are we talking about here?
Why?
Democrats are still looking for someone to lead them out of the hole the party is in. And some people are criticizing former President Obama, really, for not speaking out more. He did the job already. I mean, the New York Times just wrote about a recent speech.
People line up for my advice, and you're walking away like I'm stupid. It's like,
why don't we choose more carefully who we're going to lionize?
Why marriage, infertility, trying to have kids makes things difficult. It's like
she's seriously depressed about how hard it is to live in the White House.
Post this morning alleging that since I said
will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial.
Require Carmelo to run. He had
100.
Has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification.
This is not going to end. Right is right and wrong is wrong. All good.
If you see any clips after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm.
What if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense. Because kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you...
Because she's fearful of what might happen to her.
followers for anything. And then the
Registration Act is
talking about
term, and you will be very...
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.
how bad is his reputation going to be?
Gavin Newsom.
Direct from the reality of what's happening.